So I was going to do this live, but I figured that I would just record it and upload it, just because if I did it live, what happens is I have to hold the camera this way, and I don't like the way that looks. So I need to go through these coins really quick. These were salvaged just recently from the Natuna Wreck. A certain auction company dubbed this the Spice Islands wreck because they ignored the information we gave them on what this wreck was. Not that I'm upset about it. I mean, a little maybe, because they ignored facts that I think are important to shipwrecks. However, the name is catchy, so we will say the Natuna Wreck, or aka Spice Islands Wreck. And there's about 30 some cobs I'm going to be going through. For the majority of these cobs are going to be Mexico and Potosi mint. This is a really important wreck. We believe it is a pirate wreck, a pirate shipwreck. It would make sense with the oral stories that have been passed down through the generations, especially where it was located. Some of the artifacts we find, some of the coins we find, show that the coins were clearly in some sort of fire, not just sea corrosion. So we see this, it's in the right time frame as well. We typically say that this wreck is from 1628, but I still have not seen a coin dated 1628, so it's possible it's 1627. A lot of important coins have come from this wreck, previously, unknown varieties, some from Cartagena, Potosi. In fact, I think we may have one in this lot that is actually pretty important. So anyway, I need to show what these coins are, just kind of speak on what they are, and share them and be done with it, because I don't want this to be too long. So this is a coin. This is a milled coin from Spain. This one was clumped together with a couple other coins. They're mixed in here now, but this is a coin from Segovia, Assayer A. The V's in the legend are upside down A's, so that's an interesting thing here. This is a milled coin. Like, they would have, I think, struck this through a rocker press or roller mill. So the date is 1620 on this piece. You can see it's not very nice here, but this is the only milled coin so far that we have gotten from this wreck. This is the only one, is this one right here. It's a neat piece. It's Segovia. You can see the aqueducts here. The Assayer A just underneath. Pretty neat piece. Okay, moving on. So we have here is a Mexico City mint. You're going to see a lot of these. I'm going to just say 1625 to 1628, just to kind of generalize it unless a date is visible. I may say 1626 when there are the certain lion type that we know are from 1626. So nice OMD, decent shield. And the reason I'm saying that, by the way, is if we take a quick look here at the cross, this type of cross, let me see if I can zoom in on that. This arrowed cross, they didn't start using this new design until 1625. So in 1625, the reverse was redesigned. There's new castles, and then in 1626 we have new lions, but the cross has this like flower budding look to it, and it's very small globe at the end of it versus the large globe like they are on the earlier pieces. Here's one right here. Here's an earlier OMD with the large globe, so you can kind of see the difference here. So this would have been 1619 to 1624, this type here. So this is again a Mexico City mint OMD, somewhere in that period, 22 to 24. My guess is 24, just because the earlier ones have a lot thin, or the tressors are a lot thinner. But I could be wrong because there's no date visible. But it's in that period, so there's those two. This one looks like another Mexico City mint. So it's going to be OMD. Again with the same cross style we have. Looks like possibly the 1626 lion, but so we're going to say 1626 to 28. Here's one of the coins that was clumped in with that Segovia. It's a Potosi mint. Looks like it's going to be 1624 to 26, somewhere in there. You can see it's pretty destroyed here. This Assayer would be T or P. It's Philip IV. Mexico mint OMF. That's Francisco de Morales. This is Philip III. Looks like the teens, because we don't have the lower portions of that crown. The arm on the lion there is broken, so yeah, I would say this is 14 or 15, somewhere in there. Reverse is kind of it's been pretty beat up by the ocean, but nice cross on it. I mean, sorry, nice shield on this piece. Here's one from Potosi, Asair T, large dot, so this is 1620s, somewhere in there. Say early to mid 1620s. The reverse isn't very nice, but the cross is nice. Nothing looks like it's transposed on this, so yeah, I don't know. Somewhere in there. Mexico City Mint, again, Asair D, OMD, not visible, but definitely of that period. Probably looking at 25, 28 again. Mexico City Mint again, 1625 to 28. OMD D looks like it's not visible, but it is, of course, that Asair without question. There's tons of those coins. This one is Potosi Mint. I'm guessing this is predated, so it's going to be like 16 teens in there, somewhere in there. This one is a, yeah, Asair Q, lower, or uppercase Q. Doesn't seem like it's over another Asair, so I'd say 16, 15, 16. I can't remember. I think he may have died in 1615. I'd have to look at my notes to be sure. It's actually a nice coin. Another Potosi here. Looks like there could be a date if some of this sulfide was removed. Some of these coins weren't cleaned properly. The diver did not clean these. He didn't clean them correctly. He wasn't even supposed to clean them, but he did it anyway. But this is going to be T or P. You can see that there's a lion in the upper left quadrant and a lion there in the lower right. So there's going to be a castle here, castle there. So these are transposed. So this is going to be T or P without question. Probably, I'm thinking mid 1620s. Another OMD here. 25, 28. Asair is visible. Yeah, the D quite visible there. That's definitely a 1626. Those lions are 1626 every single time. Upside down. No Asair. Possible partial date, but it's hard to say with this lighting. I'm looking through the phone, so it's kind of hard to see, but it does kind of look like a bit of a 6, almost like maybe even an over date. It's hard to say. Zoom out a bit. Okay, we got another Potosi. Asair T, so that's another Tapia. P cross T. I'd say that one's early 1620s. 1618 or 1622, 23. This looks like it's Philip II, so this is 1500s, probably late 1500s. Can't see the Asair, but I'm guessing it's B. I could be wrong. This could be like Q or something like that. It's hard to say. It's just a bit too beat up for me to really know for certain. It's definitely predated. It's too bad. I wish we could see what Asair that was. I'm always looking for a PAL, either to the left or inside the inside the legend. That monogram. Darn it, can't tell on that one. Another Potosi. Castle's lines are transposed on this, so it's going to be T or P. Looks like a T. Just partially visible, but I would say that's definitely Tapia. It's interesting the denomination's quite high on that. Interesting piece. Another Mexico City Mint, 25, 28. Denomination's visible. And that's about it. No Asair. But I'd say it's 1625 actually. With the chicken lions. Say this is probably 1626, but we're going to say 25 to 28. As I said we would do. Asair is visible. Some of the dates visible. Hard to see what that last digit would be. This one is a Potosi. This is going to be T or P, mid 1620s. We'll say like up to 27, 28 in that period. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. You got it upside down, huh? Yeah. I'd say that's a T. Oh, that's interesting. That one's kind of hard to say for certain what this is, but I think that's a T. Still have a lot of corrosion on it. Castle is kind of funny with the tresser going through it. You got to really kind of look at it close to see that castle correctly. Looks like there's a 2 visible, so this could be 1622. You can see that Z right there. In fact, I would actually feel probably pretty comfortable saying that it is a 1622 SART. Needs to be cleaned up a bit, but that's a 1622. You know, at a quick glance. I need to look at it a bit more, but another Potosi 1620s. No ass air visible on this one. That's going to be P or T. These little lions that are supposed to be in the cross give it away. So, I mean in the shield. Mexico Mint, SARD. Good example of that cross type I was telling you about. And the 1626 lions. I'm actually going to zoom in on that just so you can see it. It's very nicely struck. This is actually a pretty decent coin from this rack. Nice OMD here. It's totally visible. There could be a date in there somewhere. I'd have to look at it through a loop, but it's possible. I don't know. What do we got right here? Looks like another 1625 to 28 SARD. See part of the O and the M. There's a crack here, but no D. But it is Diego de Godoy. That's definitely a Mexico City Mint, 25, 28, somewhere in that period. It's like, I think it's probably 1625. That's hard to say. Okay. Looks like a Potosi, probably early 1620s, late teens, 20s. Can't see what assay it is, but I'm guessing this is Tapia. Could be earlier, it's hard to say. Fortunately, there's nothing there to give it away that I can see at the moment. Yeah. Well, maybe mid-20s. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe now mid-20s. Okay. P or a T. This is going to be a T, it looks like. Yeah, that's here T. This one's got some weight to it. This is a nice piece, so this is going to be mid-20s as well. That'd make a great looking pendant, I think, if you bezeled that coin like this. Make a really beautiful pendant. This one's in a coin that's pretty important. It's kind of sucks because it's so worn down, but it's a Philip II, about 1580. These castles, you know, they disappear from existence in that time frame there. So I had a good buddy of mine look at this one because we believe this is a P and then an assay or C, possibly over X. It's hard to say because of the corrosion, but if that's correct, this is actually quite rare. It's too bad. I wish that was a little sharper, that C. It almost looks like a lowercase q. You know what I mean? Or not a lowercase q, an uppercase Q in reverse. But there's a P and then that looks like a C right there. Don't know what else it would be. If you see something else, let me know. I'd like to know. That's a very important coin, potentially. So that is Potosi. This one is Potosi SRQ, undated variety, like 1615, 1616, I believe. It's a pretty decent piece. Probably doesn't weigh a whole lot. Probably like 20 grams, 22 grams, but it's got that Q on there nice and bold, so you can see that really well. This coin's important, actually. This one is a 1625 Potosi. We used to think that this date didn't even exist, so this is exciting to see this actually even on an 8 reals. I don't think I've seen this on a 8 reals before, but I'll zoom in. We have our 6. The 2's are doubled, so you've got 2 and then 2. And we can jump right over, and there is a 5 right there. It's right there. And that does match the 5 from this period. That is exactly right. So let's say 1625, Potosi, 8 reals. Transposed lines and castles. It's an important piece. This one is Assay or F. Looks like the reverse was struck with a 4 reales die. Date is 1615. It's kind of hard to see that, but there is a 5 right there. Just a part of it. You got the swoop, the part that goes down, just part of the arch there at the foot of the 5. So you got a full OMF. And this actually is interesting because it's a 4 reales reverse die. Notice how small this is. You can see like pretty much all the legend as well, which actually kind of makes sense for this period. It seems like the dies, the 8 reales reverse die, had some issues in 1615, 1616. So interesting piece. Potosi, Assay or B. This is going to be like 1690s to 1600. It's hard to tell, but the border is boxes versus pellets or dots or anything like that. But it's definitely Assay or B. 1626, Mexico Mint, OMD. D is just barely visible, but it is kind of there. But we can see the 2 and the 6, 626. Pretty good, at least I can. I'm not sure how it's showing up on this, but there's our 1626 Lions. So yeah, that wraps those up. That's it for those last few remaining pieces. Get some other ones over here, I think, actually. Here's a good example of those large globes. Just show you an example there. A couple more here, 1626, Potosi. These are from a different period of salvage, but nonetheless, the same shipwreck. So that's it. The Natuna Wreck in the Riau Archipelago of Indonesia. We have this shipwreck, and so far it's gave up a lot of Spanish 8 reals and some other stuff, and hopefully we'll get around to sharing that. But I've taken a bunch of pictures of these, and they'll all be in the Spanish Colonial Numismatic Society newsletter, so you can check that out if you want. Just let me know, and I'll give you a copy of it on PDF at least for free. So I'm wrapping this up.